as the amalgam of all the arms of government structure, comprising ministries in the main civil service, parastatals, extra ministerial departments amongst others, the public service is often viewed as the bastion of bureaucracy and red tapeism, hindering rather than promoting speedy delivery of government policies and programs to the people. Unfortunately, it is identified with slow, drabby and old-fashioned file-oriented system and individuals without initiative or drive. Such an understanding have oftentimes informed the relegation of public service among the most prized and highly rated profession such as banking, petroleum production, manufacturing, advertising and other sectors. As financially unattractive as the public service may be, however, the fact is that it remains the most formidable arm of service delivery for any government that truly intends to serve the people. The role of public service as an integral part of governance begins with policy initiation, formulation and execution, translating decisions on paper to concrete and physical projects. There is nothing that could prove this fact other than the present transformation being unleashed in Lagos State by Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's administration. There is no gainsaying that the over 120,000 public servants in the state are one of the major vehicles through which these projects are being delivered to the people. Because of the critical role being performed by the public service, there have been conscious efforts on the part of successive administration in the state to ensure that the workforce is properly repositioned and empowered for effective and efficient service delivery. This is by providing a conducive working environment and adequate working tools to discharge its onerous responsibilities. For a long time before other states or cities in Nigeria woke up to the consciousness of deploying technology to run their activities, Lagos, now an emerging model mega city, has deployed technology to drive governance. This informed the creation of the Ministry of Science and Technology. Through this ministry, the Lagos State government kick-started the Global Computerization Project in the year 2000. This marked the beginning of an eventful journey into the world of electronic e-service. Since then, Lagos State government has invested fortunes in the provision of the most modern ICT infrastructure to host its services. The first of these is the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu Abbat Center, located within the Secretariat Complex in Alausa.
The Abbat Center is where we're having this interview. It's essentially is the heartbeat of Lagos State. It houses all our IT equipment, all our servers, our ERP servers, our network servers. So essentially it is the hub of this, and it was said that we built this so that we would show that, look, we're taking this as a serious venture. It just wasn't something we're doing in passing. We had said that we're going to use IT to improve our services, to improve the way we did business, service delivery, service supports, and also to enhance, of course, how we deliver services by generating more revenue. So Abbat was born, it's 9 years old, so we've been at this for a very long time.
Since 1997, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's administration has consolidated on the gains of Global Computerization Program. It upgraded and spread the electronic platform of the state, acquired new Sun servers to host the state-of-the-art Oracle financial modules and databases, as well as integrated all government activities into a unit to improve governance. In line with our GCP project, the Global Computerization Program, we decided that, look, we also need to quickly train people, improve capacity and IT understanding. We run training programs throughout the year for all civil and public servants, from teachers to engineers to accountants to architects. So we run a variety of programs so they can actually use what we've deployed to enable them to do their work better. With the new technology, the state's capability to expand the frontiers of opportunities for Lagosians and respond to demands for more information from government has been boosted. The state website has also been upgraded to web portal status with more facilities.
Lagos State government has been trying to bridge the information gap within the state, and we've been touching up on all our equipment, facilities, software and hardware. And when you consider the size of information that we manage within Lagos State, look at the number of ministries, agencies, parastatals that have to come with information together to form the website. The management had been a challenge for some time, and pulling information from different agencies and ministries had been a very big challenge. And turning to the portal status gave us the opportunity to allow the collection and gathering of information on the fly and just make them available on the internet without wasting a lot of time. And that means we have been able to reduce the time within getting our information and making them available to the public.
Within the last 5 years, the ratio of PCs to workforce has been significantly narrowed through regular procurement of computer systems that keep tabs with technology changes in its production. The present administration particularly emphasizes the spread of ICT knowledge among different categories of Lagosians. With the spread of IT skills among the public, deployment of new technologies and service re-engineering was made possible. For instance, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's administration has computerized the services of various health institutions in the state, including the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, LASU, in Ikeja. Among the resources to be shared on Hospital Management Information System platform includes the Medisys software for hospital administration, with high-end computing devices and internet connectivity enabled through the VSAT technology. Operational procedures and patients' flow in the state hospitals are now harmonized for prompt and effective healthcare delivery. As a record-oriented establishment, the Global Computerization Program also made possible such new innovations as Enterprise-Wide Electronic Document Management System, EDMS. This system enables government to manage and maintain various documents in an automated fashion that makes storage, accessibility, manipulation and retrieval faster and much easier.
One of the ministerial responsibilities of this ministry is to automate and to re-engineer all our processes to ensure they work better, and we do that using technology. So the same thing with the e-registries, that it's easier for you to check your land title documents when you come. I mean, in the past we had to go and look for a file. Now everything has been scanned and uploaded onto a server, so you can just search by name or by area or whatever, and it's easier for you to. So what used to take maybe 4 or 5 days before takes 30 minutes now. So those who want to come and check and verify documents, is much easier for them.
This is already complemented by letter management software. Now, the process of signing official letters, especially those that require multiple signatures in the state civil service, is now automated. This has greatly reduced the time, rate and stress associated with such assignments.
There have been several developments in terms of infrastructural development of the Secretariat itself, in terms of the use of ICT to further encourage efficiency and effectiveness, in terms of leadership, in terms of the structure of service itself. There have been several changes. For example, in the past, before you can gather information about the personnel, it will take weeks. You write to every MDA, you write reminders, but today, on Oracle, with the pressing of a button, you can get all information that you need about any staff and about any group of staff. That is one significant development that we had in the service. And we should give kudos to the former governor, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who introduced Oracle, and the present governor, who continues to spend on the expansion and improvement on the system.
The abundant possibilities of e-governance have also found expression in the implementation of 2 important projects. The Lagos State Resident Registration Agency, LASRA, which will house the database of residents and citizens in the state. The other is the Geographic Information System, the GIS, employed to acquire, store, process and disseminate the state's geospatial information. Again, Lagos State government raised the stakes when it launched the Project Wheel initiative, also known as Strategic Management Framework. This idea, developed in conjunction with PricewaterhouseCoopers, is primarily to articulate a vision of the state in 2020. It is a comprehensive transformation blueprint to guide the state towards its development objectives. It has 5 strategic goals, that is, to create and sustain a culture of excellence in all we do, to be Africa's economic hub, to have a strong cultural identity, to be a driver of social and political trends in the region, and to become one of the world's top 10 megacities in terms of urban living indices.
Why are public schools not better than private schools? Why are public hospitals not better than private hospitals? Why are our offices not better than offices in the banks? Incidentally, we get the biggest shares of the revenues anyway than any individual company could get. Why is it difficult to get our message out? Why do private companies, when they want to launch a brand, take front page, and when we have a message to send, we bury it inside the newspapers? Do they have more resources than us, or do they have greater commitment than we have? And of course, that was where we started from. And I asked myself, why should somebody come here in the pursuit of service, and there's nobody at the front desk to say, how are you, sir? How are you, ma'am? How can I help you? Why should he go and look for his file? If you reduce that travel time and number of visits, are we not putting money in his pocket? Are we not saving him stress? That is the responsibility that we have in the public service, and that is the responsibility that comes with the privilege to be among the very few who take decisions on behalf of 80 million people, including ourselves. For me, it is a momentous privilege, and it should be for you, to be able to make the water that we will drink, to be able to build the roads that I will drive on, to be able to build the cemetery where I will be buried, or to build a hospital that will look after me in my old age. And what steps did we then take? We consulted with those who had done it before. We engaged a private organization, PricewaterhouseCoopers. We delivered a project called Project Win, and those of you who have been through will be familiar with it. We arranged our institutions, especially one of the institutions that Mr. Hamisu used to lead, the Management Service and Reforms Office, and created everything together into an office called the Office of Transformation.
As a result, the former Management Services and Reforms Office, MSRD, and Project Implementation and Monitoring Unit, PMIU, were merged in 2009 to become the Office of Transformation, OOT. The office has the mandate to drive innovations and fast-track the state civil service reforms.
The office was instrumental in conducting a mandate mapping exercise. The mandate mapping exercise is basically a way to actually look at ministerial functions so that they are properly streamlined. The idea behind that is you try to eliminate duplication so that you don't have 2 or 3 MDAs doing the same thing, and also you try as much as possible to minimize overlap. Now, overlap is not something that you can completely get rid of, because MDAs by nature have to work together in collaboration. But excessive overlap can gradually lead to duplication. So we've been instrumental to doing that. The report on mandate mapping has been completed. We're just waiting for His Excellency to give approval so that we can publish the mandates of all MDAs, so that members of the general public can actually see what each MDA is responsible for.
In addition, the office collaborates with ministries, departments and agencies in delivering their sectoral transformation objectives contained in the Strategic Management Framework.
We are also exploring the possibility of actually moving Lagos State from the current practice of personnel management to human resources management. Personnel management is limited in a number of areas, and HR basically provides a wider coverage in terms of how you manage your human resources in an organization. You basically look at a person as an investment, and if a person is an investment, you want adequate return. In order for you to get adequate return, those individuals have to be trained properly, have to be nurtured, you have to build their professional capacity so that the skills that those individuals end up acquiring over time will be able to actually help the organization achieve its main objectives. So we've actually started a pilot exercise on that, and as things evolve, eventually we hope that it's something that will be introduced across the service.
Among notable successes already achieved is the introduction of Service Charter. A Service Charter describes the service experience a customer can expect and contains information about ministry or agency service delivery approach and the relationship the customer will have with the ministry or agency. A major part of this document is the rebranding of all MDAs, developing visions, missions and goals, an exercise still in progress.
Service Charter really is about improving service delivery. Generally, whether you talk about federal government or you go to any states within the federation, members of the public would always complain about one thing or the other. We want to access this service, we are not being treated properly, we are not being provided with information, and all of that. So as part of the reforms program that Lagos State is running, we recognize that no matter how we change our processes internally, if that is not reflected in the way we actually deliver our services, it will be a pointless exercise. So one of the ways by which we can ensure that while we're improving our processes internally is having a positive impact on members of the general public is to have an initiative that brings the government and the public together, and that's what Service Charter does. It fosters collaboration between government and members of the general public, because on the one hand, government is saying, these are the services that I'm going to provide, this is how I'm going to provide it, these are the timelines for delivering those services. If you want to draw these services, this is the avenue that you go through to draw down on those services. So members of the general public are clear in terms of how the MDAs will deliver those services. So it's an opportunity for them to walk through that service window to actually test government and see whether those promises are actually being kept. So apart from improving service delivery, it's a way to actually hold government accountable to ensure that government is actually doing what they say that they're going to do.
At the risk of sounding immodest, the public service is the engine room for the implementation of the thinking and policies of the political class. To afford this very essential institution the leverage it deserves to provide very commendable service, the political class must continue the provision of enabling environment for it. As an agent of service delivery, the many phases of transformation Lagos State Public Service has gone and is still going through has made it goal-oriented and result-driven. It has evolved from what it used to be into a formidable organization more passionate about quality service delivery. This is particularly made possible by Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola and his team, men and women who see governance as a tool for human development.